Gentleman from
Mr.
Massachusetts.
Speaker, precisely the point that we've attempted to make. The customer service is not occurring because the IRS has been cut by 30% over the last 15 years. I ask unanimous consent to insert into the record a letter from the IRS Commissioner to the House of Representatives confirming that the IRS will not raise audit rates on those making under $400,000 a year.
Without objection.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, a letter from Secretary Yellen to the IRS Commissioner directing the IRS not to use any additional funding to increase audits on small business and households earning less than $400,000 a year.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me yield 1 minute to a very capable member of the Ways and Means Committee, the gentleman from Oregon, Mr. Blumenauer.
The gentleman from Oregon is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Neal, and I appreciate you laid out the facts here. The Family and Small Business Taxpayer Protection Act is a sham. The facts are that this legislation will shield tax cheats at the expense of working families. The last time Republicans were in charge, they systematically defunded IRS. The agency lost nearly 20% of its funding, shed more than 20,000 employees, and the audit rate for millionaires dropped 70%. And we heard one of our Republican colleagues make that point. This legislation will enable those at the top of the heap to be able to remember the taxes they should have reported. It raises, as we've heard, $187 billion in revenue. This bill, if enacted, would add to the deficit $114 billion because it is misguided and misdirected and wrong. I strongly urge the rejection of this legislation and enforcement of the laws for everybody.
Expired. Gentleman reserves. Gentleman from